Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lions from Lambs YouTube channel. I'm Rob Malone. For most of us, a child throwing a tantrum, especially in public, can make us want to explode. But we need to take a step back because tantrums can actually be used as a powerful tool for your child's growth. The key is in your response to the tantrum. So first, let's talk about what tantrums are. It's important to know that tantrums are a normal part of a child's development. Children often use tantrums to express emotions, specifically emotions that are too powerful for the child to control or even understand. But there's more to them than simple emotional release. Research published in the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry suggests that children can learn to leverage tantrums to test boundaries and get their way. Now, this behavior is a natural part of a child's attempt to assert their autonomy. And it makes sense. Human nature is to seek control over our environment, and in the parent-child dynamic, the child has virtually no power. So they resort to the strategy that has propelled us to the top of the food chain: trial and error. And it pays off because in one way or another, for most children, throwing tantrums works because many parents will cave in just to make them stop. But ultimately, this is not a healthy strategy for the child's development. When parents give in to tantrums, it sends the message that this behavior is an effective way to get what they want. And while it may seem like the best thing to do in the moment, because you just want them to stop, it damages their perspective on proper behavior. Usually parents can handle tantrums at home because they can send the child to their room or hold firm another way. But in public, where there are eyes watching, now there's potential embarrassment, so the priority becomes stopping the tantrum at all costs. This unfortunately gives the child a massive amount of leverage when outside the home. Now, they may look at this as a good thing, but it's really not. It's crucial for parents to set and maintain boundaries, even in the face of a tantrum, even in public. A recent study published in the Journal of Abnormal Child Psychology, led by Dr. James Green, suggests that children who experience inconsistent parenting are more likely to develop behavioral issues. This underscores the importance of providing children with clear and consistent boundaries. Otherwise, they start to doubt you and even lose respect for you. Parents must be the steady anchor in a child's storm. By staying calm and assertive during tantrums, you're teaching your child that you're a reliable source of support and guidance. This builds trust and emotional resilience in the long run. You want to be compassionate, but firm. The key is learning to recognize signs that a tantrum is coming early on. Now, most kids don't just blow up, although that's how many tantrums may seem when we're busy and focused on something else. But if we can recognize when a tantrum is coming, we can implement strategies to head it off before it becomes combative. There are certain places and situations that make the potential of a tantrum more likely. For example, a toy store. Right? The child may see a toy on the shelf that you hadn't considered before and has nothing to do with why you're in the store and you have no intention of buying. But to the child, getting this new shiny toy is the most important thing in the world. Now, in this situation, you want to have already had the conversation with your child before you even entered the store. Set the boundaries, explain whatever it is that you're going into the store for, and make sure the child acknowledges the plan. Now, because a child's brain doesn't always have the ability to look ahead and contemplate future events, this may or may not work. You may do everything perfectly, cover all the details, and the child still sees that toy and all planning and agreements are forgotten. So you need to be ready. When you see the early signs of a tantrum coming, facial expressions or verbal cues, first off, stay calm. Take a deep breath and acknowledge the child's feeling at that time. You could say something like, "Look, I know you really want that toy, but remember, we spoke about this in the car. We're here for, whatever you're there for, and we have to stick to our plan like we agreed. It's crucial that you verbally communicate that the child made an agreement with you. Now, this may make absolutely no impact whatsoever, but you want to follow the process so that the child gets used to the routine. Because the human brain is a pattern-seeking machine, and as your child gets older, if you're consistent, they will be able to start recognizing where a particular situation is going if they continue. Now, if this doesn't work and the child continues to build steam towards the tantrum, give them one more opportunity to be reasonable and rational by communicating to them that you know where they're going, you know how they feel, and if they follow through, there will be an unpleasant consequence. Now, despite your best efforts, the child may still throw a major tantrum in the store, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. This is part of raising children. Because even here, in this moment that may be close to driving you over the edge, there's opportunity. Once the child has crossed the line and descended into meltdown, you have to disengage. Now, this is true whether you're in public or at home. See, a child's tantrum has two major purposes. One is to gain attention, and two is to leverage that attention to get results, and you cannot ever allow either of those purposes to be fulfilled, or the child's subconscious will identify the behavior as useful and it will become a habit. Disengage. If you're in public, be firm, get your business handled quickly, and get the child home. Now, it may feel uncomfortable, but look, everyone understands that children throw tantrums. They're not judging you, even if you think they might be. Now, if there are any pre-existing plans to go for ice cream or something like that after shopping, those plans are scrapped. Take the child straight home. You don't ever want to give a child a positive experience after negative behavior, or you'll reinforce that behavior. Let them cool off, and when they do, model healthy conflict resolution by having a calm, respectful conversation about what happened, why it happened, and how similar events can be avoided in the future. Discuss the consequences, whatever you decide they are, and then deliver them. Now, whether that's a grounding or loss of privileges, let them know and follow through. The biggest mistake you can make here is to not follow through with whatever the consequence is, because the next time that you threaten a consequence, they won't take you seriously. Like all consequences in child rearing, this is not about punishment or retribution for your frustration. It's about teaching them boundaries, self-regulation, and emotional control. Ensure the consequence is firm, fair, and proportional. And make certain that your child always know that you love them, even when they've made a bad decision. Children who experience consistent and supportive parenting are likely to exhibit positive socio-emotional outcomes, including increased empathy, better academic performance, and overall well-being. Don't be afraid of tantrums. See them as an opportunity to teach, guide, and strengthen the bond with your child. Remember, your job is to raise them, not to appease them. And by setting healthy boundaries, you're providing the foundation for your child's emotional well-being and future success. Thank you for your time. If you found value in the video, please hit the like button, and if you find this type of content useful, consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, take care.